Last episode of Mayonaka Punch, Live has remembered everything and she decided that she's gonna go into an even deeper sleep. So, in a desperate attempt in order to get Live back, but also get 1 million subscribers within a single night, the rest of the Mayopan group has decided to do, according to what this title says, the last live stream. So, whew, we'll just have to see how this series ends. Full links are on Patreon and early access in the YouTube membership. Other than that, let us get started. Oh, she got the fangs and everything. Interact with all you. Oh, the desperate attempt to hit 1 million. Here's the big wig out here. Game of tag begins. Oh shit. Well, it's only one night left. It's big special effects, right? What if they get her? Like, she's the one streaming and everything. Like, it's only 2,000 right now, dude. Just out here smoking. What? It was like they were like right in front of you. What the fuck? Oh, she's running in heels, dude. Of course, Tokage. She's the first to go down. Damn, dude, she's got Tokage's out. Uh-oh. You think Yuki is gonna be the last person? Hey, yo, that hunter was just T-posing for dominance. I like that they put her in with the, She's running out of blood? What's going on here? She's tired. Oh, came to save her. Oh, she joined the relay, huh? Joined the race, I mean. The jigsaw is up. Ooh, here's... That's right, gotta go! Don't call me Shigeyuki. Alright. Hey yo, dude, fucking if Masaki has to run while carrying Ichiko? Jesus Christ, dude. Getting exercise of her life, that's for sure. She's bleeding, what happened? Damn, dude. Oh, Ichiko's the last standing. Hopefully it's not a forever nap. The stream's going to end. Yeah, it'll last at least until Masaki's lifetime, right? Yo, if everybody's out, does that mean that, like, Live, you need to join the game. Alright, she's going for a quick nap. Well, technically, Ichiko's the ones left. Awful stream. I just see that. Oh, here comes the comments. Oh, there's Lonely Audio Girl. Uh-oh. And now she's been Mayopan. Just fucking ban her ass, dude. That's a lie! That's a lie! She's fucking lying! What do you think is? She's a fucking troll! Oh, well, that too. Also that too. Ooh, Sakura's coming in to save you? Cherry blossoms? Of course. Yeah, it's just that, no, it's the internet, so. Oh, so that's how that goes. Puts a box over her. Hey, yo, staff member. They're all out! Mayo-pan. Everybody in there, they suck. Alright. Oh, here's the title screen. Truly is the last live stream, huh? Oh, hey, finally, the apology video. Jump scare incoming. Oh, Suma's fucking... Oh, shit! Oh, what a... Oh, and everybody from the Suma Fest? She flipped him, huh? Oh, shit! What the fuck? Uh-huh. Oh, that's not a... Violent bitch, go kill yourself, says the motherfucker who says go kill yourself. So many fucking comments. What a banger of a goddamn song, though. I mean, I feel like the entertainment value did come from all the other cameras, but... Oh, back on the roof. Back on the roof. Time to jump off again. Why did you decide to be on camera? Is this... Why are you on camera? Might as well try to answer, so then stall for time. She keeps backing up. We're on a roof. Damn, dude, lime's all the way over here? Oh, isn't that all we want as creators? That's not too much to ask at all. This hunter's just like, I'm here to give you a big hug. Jumping off the fucking roof. There you go. That's certainly one way to get. Oh, you did say you're gonna break your legs. You did say that. I thought she was like... See, I was starting to think that like maybe the hunter was her. Right? Is that... Yeah, she is! The little fucker! Look at her clothes! Wow! Wow! Wow, this was just a giant... She had a juice pack. Wow! I'm jumping off the roof again. I am jumping off the roof again. fucking deserved it. Wow, all just a... That's no envoy now. Yeah, that's what you get for pranking. So this is them planning up. Oh, that's the duck camera. So like that's the stuff for Outside Kid. And she came to get a meeting offer with Suma. Need his car, so that's his car. Okay. They have to wreck her house, essentially. Sorry, her room. And then they have to write letters. It's Yuki who wrote it. So it was Fu who was waiting. This is the prank where the fucking person who got pranked is just like... Yuki has to come in. Good opportunity for that human. Oh, a flashback. Oh, dead. Masaki, oh my god. Literally the same. Go away, you dumb bat. So she remembers. For 20 years after that. How old is she there? 4 years old? No! I'll consider it. It's back on the consideration board. Where are you guys going to record the video? Okay. Okay. We're gonna go right back to the center. Alright, so that was the final episode of Mayonaka Punch. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, I thought that this was, certainly was an episode. Certainly is one way to end this series. That's for sure. And like, it was just, not only was it a prank on Masaki, it was a prank on us, the audience, like the real audience. We're real out here, right? And not the anime audience. Well, I guess maybe kind of, but like that's just how they disguise this as like, oh, we're not actually vampires, right? This is all just a big prank stream for Masaki. So, in a way, like, I get it, because, like, there are variety Japanese shows where they'll put, like, an actor or certain people or whatever, and, like, they're the one who are not in the act, and everybody else is the actor, and then they just they get put through crazy shit in order for us to, you know, laugh and have fun at their, have fun at their reaction and all that. And it's, in a really weird way, not a really weird way, actually, in a way, there you go, it showcases the kind of cruelty that comes from pranks, but also, like, these type of Japanese reality shows, because I remember when I watched some of those, like, prank shows on, from the Japanese variety shows. And when I was a kid, I remember seeing those and I'm just like, oh, haha, that's pretty funny. But then as I think more about it, I'm just kind of like, I don't know, there's a certain tinge of cruelty to it. I mean, the biggest one was this Japanese show where about this guy who was like stuck in the who was like stuck in the room for like a very long time, and that was like live streamed 24/7 somewhere around there. I can't remember what the name of it was, but that was like a super popular one, and you can see that's like that's like a big cruelty element right there, right? A guy is literally suffering and people are just watching him going into live stream and all that. Oh, even though he had a way out this whole time, he chose not to do it, and it kind of goes into a lot of psychological stuff. But I'm also like not a big prankster, you know. I'm not really in I don't really enjoy the whole thing of somebody being put into a moment of embarrassment, basically being humiliated by the group that is pranking them. And also nowadays with like fucking YouTube pranksters or whatever, you know, those were big in the days. They're not as big, but they're still around, unfortunately, where they go around and basically just say that they're pranking, but they're actually just harassing people. I feel like pranks just don't really have a good connotation for me nowadays. So like the fact that they're just like, oh, this is all just a giant prank on you, Masaki, it's and I think though the one thing about pranks, right, is that when the prank is revealed, I think that the person who got pranked should be able to laugh about it as well, instead of being like, oh my god, I can't believe y'all just fucking did that to me. It's like, so to just grab all the words that I spilled out and to summarize it, I think that pranks inherently have a cruelty element to it. I think that there are some pranks, you know, for like a YouTube Shorts channel, like Paul and Matthew. I can't remember if that's their actual channel name. I just know that that's their name. Where Paul is is blind and Matthew, his husband, does little pranks, but like they're very harmless. In the end, Paul enjoys, you know, he takes fun into these pranks, right? And so I feel like those sort of pranks, I'm totally fine with. They're very harmless and they don't really cause the person harm, or they don't make that person embarrassed to the point where they feel humiliated. You know, I just said I was gonna summarize, but now I just ended up spewing something else. Anyways, I gotta take all that back in and compress it. I think that pranks, for the most part, have a cruelty point to it, and I'm not particularly I don't enjoy that part of pranks. I think that pranks that just kind of get people to be like, oh, what the hell's going on, but like don't particularly embarrass them, humiliate them, or just make them feel like they're fucking stupid. I think those pranks are fine, but overall, these type of pranks where you put somebody through a tumultuous emotion, where they feel like, you know, things where they really feel like they're gonna die, they're gonna, or like there's like some serious risks, like here in Mayonaka Punch, where they're just like, oh, mother is upset, so she pulled this down, and she said that we only have one night to get 1 million subscribers, and that makes Masaki feel like she should get a little desperate, right? And like this whole prank is to essentially force Masaki to be to get on camera, because that's what Live wants this whole time. And if this is the way that she's going to do it, you know, instead of just, hey, hopefully let's get you to, you know, chill out for a bit, we can continue talking about this whole thing, and hopefully we'll be able to, you know, this almost feels like not shock therapy, but exposure. This really does feel like exposure therapy for Masaki. It's just like she literally has no other choice but to keep the channel going. She has no other choice but to get on camera and have to face all of the comments. And again, like that is certainly one way, you know, and it worked in the end, I suppose. In terms of a story standpoint, other than just it being the point where it gets Masaki to apologize, to say, you know, why do you want to be on camera this whole time? So, like, in those points, right, those story points, understandable, right? We now just have Masaki, because, like, if we were to go the slower route, perhaps they might not hit 1 million subscribers or whatever, but that would also take more time. That would take more time. That would take more episodes. There you go. And also, if they were to go against Mother, right, that would already be the end of the Mayonaka Punch channel, because Mother would just be like, all right, I'm gonna abolish this fucking mansion, see you later, you know, she's like the most powerful vampire of them all. So, in terms of like the prank route, understandable, right? And if you think about it, after you finish watching this, makes sense why they decided to go through this, but on a first watch basis, it really feels like they set it all up for absolutely nothing. You know, they set up like a story with and like that isn't real at all, and then they show the reason why Live slept for 20 years. Well, there really isn't a reason why she slept for 20 years when you when you really think about it. I mean, other than she fucking got burned and then she was about to fucking die, and then Masaki just so happens to be wandering the forest as a kindergartner? As a 4-year-old? She just happens to do that? And she took a bite, she let Live take a bite of her? And her saying, "Go away, you stupid bat." That's why Live is just like, "Oh, I remember now. I actually had your blood. Your blood saved me when 20 years ago, and then I fell asleep for 20 years because, you know, I gotta wait until you're of age." You know, that was the first thing I thought of when I'm just like, oh, so you guys did fucking me. Of course that's going to be the whole thing, right? That she met, and that's why Live loves Masaki's blood so much. And then she fell asleep for 20 years. Anyways, as I said, the whole prank route, it makes sense when you think about it in retrospect, but on a first view basis, it does feel like it leaves a sour or bitter taste in your mouth, because I mean, as a prank, as most prank ends up being, you know, you just end up being like, wow, this is it? Really? When you're not the, God, dude. God. so fucking awful, dude. You know, there was this trend, it was on TikTok and Shorts, where basically, a group of friends are, like, doing some sort of, I don't know, clappy thing or something, and then they all end up doing, like, some stupid faces, or whatever, or say some stupid words, and then everybody claps, and then it kind of just keeps going, round and round, and, you know, everybody does something embarrassing, and they do something stupid, everybody claps, except for one person, where they go and they do something stupid, and then nobody claps, and then that is, like, the prank, where, like, that person's just like, oh my god, everybody clapped at everybody else except for me, does that mean that I fucking suck? And like, I don't and like, yeah, you know, the whole prank is like, oh, you get to see this person's reaction of like, oh my god, I've just embarrassed myself in front of everybody. And it's, I don't particularly enjoy it, especially like when it comes to like that kind of trend. It typically targets people who have like anxiety or social anxiety, any kind of anxiety. They typically target that person, you know, because if you were a person who's like an extrovert, or you have like self-confidence in yourself or something, right? It's not really all that funny. So, you know what? I need to stop fucking talking about pranks at this point, just because pranks always leave a bitter taste in my mouth, alright? It's not particular, but I'm also the person who don't like surprises, so I'm not a big fan of surprise. I'm not even a big fan of surprise birthday parties for me, alright? I hate that shit. I don't want it. If I got birthdays that I want to do, I'm gonna plan it myself, you know? I'm much more of a plan person, and if we veer off the plan from time to time, as long as we keep going back to it, I'm totally fine, but I hate doing things that is without a concise schedule. Not a concise schedule, but like, you know, a schedule that we can veer off. There you go. You know, I don't want it to be too tight, but where the fuck am I going? I'm going extremely off topic. Anyways, let's get back into the show. I just want to read some comments because there are a lot of comments during this whole thing. Damn loud explosions. What was that? Oh? Which side is it in Vampire Tag? Did something explode? Such elaborate effects. Really funny joke there, lol. Where's Live Sama? There's way too much going on here. Definitely, dude. Definitely. Oh, look at all of them run. This camera switching is really ... What a serious game of tag. Are the staff amateurs? Should have gone pros. It just started and it's already hard to see. I don't know if I can watch this to the end. No way they'll hit 1 million subs. Please set up the camera so we can see everyone. We want to see more foo. This camera work. What's going on? Her fault for smoking in a hospital. No idea what's happening since the camera work sucks so much. Where's Live Sama? I just love Ribbon. Just where the fuck is Live? These cameras. Kill yourself, kill yourself, kill yourself. How about you fucking kill yourself? Dude, you really get the fucking anger out of me when I fucking see that shit. So hard to see, crying face. How dare they do this to my Takage-sama? They suck. Wait, isn't Fu in danger too? Fu. Not good. Show us what the others are doing. Okay. Oh no. They got Fu-chan too. Fu, sad face. Wait, did she just say Masaki? Don't you go scaring Fu. By Masaki, does she mean Masakichi? Masakichi? Ribbon. Where's Live Sama? Where's Live Sama? It just keeps spamming it. Is Fu okay? I'm so worried. So Masakichi came up with this? Did you get proper permission to film here? Is Masakichi here? And Masaki is just like, who gives a shit about that right now? We're in a fucking precarious situation right now. Not that they fucking know, right? Did I just hear Masakichi? That's right. Here with me is Masakichi. Okay. That makes sense. That's why she was trying to like lift up her shirt to see the wound. But Ichiko's just like, no, there's just a blood pack in there. Don't worry about it. Oh, there's Ribbon again. Where's Live Sama? Where is she? Okay, still not back. Stop slacking. If only Live was here. Taking so long, I can't watch this. Stop trying to buy time for views. What's taking so long? Did they get permission from the owner of this abandoned hospital? If they didn't, from the owner of this abandoned hospital? You think a fucking owner of an abandoned hospital would give a shit? You think if they gave a shit, they would have just fucking destroyed this entire hospital already? Not even funny. Your ideas blow. Just quit now. Stop streaming Masakichi trying to rack up viewers. Get on with it already. Don't keep us waiting. What happened to all that vampire stuff? Boring. Everyone! I saw a post saying the stream is over! Snooze fest. What a waste of time. This is all Masakichi's fault. She'll pay. And then there's Ribbon again. Where's Live Sama? Awful stream. Give me back my time. Well, you can just fucking leave and go play more games, gamer. What a creep. The fuck? Who are you? This person's just putting colors down here. The hell? Okay, so that's all the words coming out at her. Okay. Oh, there's Lonely Audio Girl. So she's out here reading her comment. So many trolls, lol. Please do something about this. Is it coming back? Alright, another one of Masakichi's idea. Whenever she gets stoked, it always ends in trouble. Hilarious how she hasn't changed at all since the Hypesis days. And so, now she's ruining Mayopod? No, not ruining. Running. It's spelled running wrong. So, is she suddenly going to turn things around? Oh, is she suddenly going to turn things around for some real hype? It's literally just, I can't wait, Lamau. So she just changes immediately. And then she just doesn't fucking understand. Like, Masaki just doesn't understand what a fucking troll is. And she's just like, well, I thought you said you were a big fan of me. That makes no sense. I'm like, she's fucking lying. You know, in times like these, y'all need some moderations, alright? You guys are like over 700,000 by now. Get some fucking moderators for your goddamn comments, alright? And get these goddamn trolls out of your woods. Is she just having fun stirring the pot? Am I taking this way too seriously? Okay. I can't wait. Okay, so Moo. If Live was here, ... If the abuser wants to show her face, then go ahead. I wouldn't mind seeing Masakichi in a lot. Go away, scumbag. What is that? What? In a lot? I wouldn't see mine in a lot? Like a parking lot? Or like in a graveyard? Or like what? What is a lot? Hold on. Let's see. A plot of land assigned for sale for a particular use. Yeah, a vacant lot, a parking lot, a car dealership. Well, that's a lottery, kind of, right? An article set? No. A particular group? Yeah, you lots. Great deal lot. What? I wouldn't mind seeing Masakichi in ... Okay, so this is in a lot? Whatever. To tell you the truth, I don't hate Masakichi that much either. Okay? Newsflash, Masakichi on the run. Newsflash, okay, so that's just newsflash. I'll always be Masakichi-san's fan. Her sister really coming in cherry blossoms. Yo, I gotta say, I know that there was like this, you know, golden line in the middle of her hood, but I didn't know it was actually a zipper this whole time. It's like similar to Lives' outfit, where she can put into a hood, but then she turns it off. She takes it off and like she kind of wraps it into like a ribbon. Very versatile, these characters' clothes. Wow! Mayapon helped me out at Sumafest Extreme and they've got an interesting stream going on. Please give a look at it. Bomber! Okay, so he retweeted them. And then everybody else started retweeting. Vampires playing tag. Okay, so that's just the title of the, okay. So then everybody else started retweeting as well. Very fun. And then that guy was also, this mechanical guy. He's also here at the hospital because he's the one who's helping setting up all the... Well, he's a plumber. Wait a minute. LOL, wow, she's really running. Good luck. So intense, Lamal. Sumashi sent me here. Must be exhausting. Good luck. You're nobody. Don't get cocky, says fucking Daniel, who's also a nobody. So it's her sister cheering her on. So much for the vampire stuff, Lamal. Yeah, all the vampires got taken out. Sumashi recommended this stream. I'll be silently cheering you on. Ooh, we got a lurker out here. You're pretty athletic. My opinion. If Masakichi survives, Fu will be saved, so I'm on your side. Thank you, Fork Devil. Nyolded. Nyolded. I don't know what that means. What's entertaining about this stream? Just spamming that, alright? Boiled tofu? Ooh, boiled tofu. Okay. I will say, you know, we did start back into we've kind of been going into a full circle this whole show, especially with us coming back to this hospital. But also here, right, this is where basically, since Live is the person chasing her, right? So, like, here we are in yet another situation with Live chasing Masaki, and Masaki ends up running all the way back here, and then her jumping off the roof. After Live heard this, you know, Live's just like, she puts her hand out. Alright, Masaki, I'm going in for a hug. Big hug time. After I've chased you and made you feel like your life is in danger or something, I'm gonna give you a big hug. Wait a minute, y'all see her flying and then you guys are just like, what, not saying anything about it? Where's Yuki? Yuki's just over here like, yeah, oh, I forgot Yuki's out back there operating the stuff again. But like, what are they? Just like, wow, there's some really good special effects or something? Like, she's literally flying, there's like, just open air? And then Yuki's just like, well, nobody found out that we're vampires. What? Would Masakichi show up on stream for Mayapon? You got pranked. I mean, I would assume Live got this idea from Masaki, where Masaki did that whole thing where she didn't tell them the true purpose of the video, where she got Live, Ichiko, Fu, and Tokage to star in with with her sister Sakura, right? It's like, oh, we're going to a staff's house and see who is the most, who can act the most or whatever, right? But like, even then, like, that's not particularly a prank, I feel like, and like, even then, that wouldn't, like, you're not particularly, I mean, I still feel like Sakura, that whole episode thing with Sakura too, it's just a little, it's still a little confusing, but, you know, Sakura in the end was a fan with Mayonaka, so of course she wanted to be in a video with all of them, you know, she's just a big kudere out there, so, you know, in the end, it's still okay, I feel like, if Sakura was there, and like, you know, live, Ichiko, Takagi, and Fu, like, they're just there for the videos, and so, like, I still, like, in that idea, it's not particularly a prank or anything, and it's doesn't have any big cruelty point to it. Just W's, dude. I didn't think it'd work out this well. You know, very deserving of this punch, but also not a not a good thing for Masaki, dude. Like, she will never beat the fucking allegation that she is a violent woman. An abuser, you know, abuse is like a very different term to a person who is, okay, actually, a person who is violent can be an abuser. There you go, that's just what I'm gonna say. But then they're not particularly, like, there's a potential pipeline to it, but like, just because somebody's violent doesn't mean that they are an abuser. You know, like, somebody could be out there beating people up in like bars or some shit, but then they're actually but they're like loving, they're like a loving family member or whatever. You know, there's that, even if it might be hard to think about it, but like, there's that whole thing. But again, there could be a pipeline to that, but I think people go a little bit too fast into that, you know? Some people just have anger management. They, instead of being told that they're violent people, you know, which that could literally just be a self-fulfilling prophecy for them. But, you know, just be like, hey, you need to get some help. You need to get some you need to take some anger management classes. Anyways, yeah, Masaki not beating this allegation at all. We're alive, remembering what happened. Oh, that part's true. Man, the two of us are really fated to be together. Yeah, okay, so that's what live is like. Yeah, we're fated to be together because I've met you when you were a kid. The fact that they just shoved this part towards the end, that like, oh, Masaki and Live have met each other 20 years ago. God, like, at some point I just don't know what I'd prefer. If I was actually real and if they just never showed her, and like, I would have been fine with that, rather than Masaki and Live met just because, like, it's just, I just feel like we've seen this so many times before, but then at the same time, we've also seen this other trope with I so many times before, so I don't know, dude. I don't know. Again, this episode really, you really have to like process this, because if you don't, it again, like, the fact that it's just all a prank this whole time just leaves a bitter taste in your mouth, and that's really all I can say. That's really all I can say. I feel like I've talked enough about this episode, so let's just talk about the series as a whole, alright? The series as a whole, I really enjoyed it. There were certain episodes that I think it was episode 5 with like the beach episode, which I thought that one could have been a little bit shorter, to be honest, but I understood where that plot line was going to take us, right, with Live wanting to get more serious into like the whole editing stuff and like the video production and whatever, and so that allows the vampires to help Masaki with all this product, and that's so then she can you know, not fucking work on this so hard all the time. And we've got a lot of good episodes relating to Masaki and her past, and you know, I enjoy it. In the end, you know, again, she is not beating her allegation on being a violent woman. Very unfortunate, but you know, the people commenting, the trolls, they're not being their own allegation of being fucking assholes who just say go kill yourself. Like, this whole trolling shit, right? It's a big reason why certain people end up actually killing themselves, and then we've seen, and like the fact that we've got stories that are real that happen like this, because of people fucking trolling, and then when that person actually goes and kill themselves, you know, people who were trolling was just like, oh, they were such good people, and like I miss them and all that, and it's just like, shut the fuck up, you know, you're the one who fucking did this in the first place, you know. And so it's like the one side, it's like the side of the internet that is just absolutely fucking awful. Where am I going? I just got lost in the sauce because I was gonna start talking about the fucking internet. Oh, goodness gracious. You know, the only thing I can say about the internet and trolls is you gotta learn how to moderate. You gotta gather people who you feel will be good moderators and let them help you out with filtering out these people, because as much as it is, right, it is your power to cultivate your community. And that's all I will be saying. I don't like people. I don't like it when people say, other creators, I mean, I don't like it when other creators say that they don't like deleting comments because they feel like everybody should be able to say what they want to say. To which, if they want to say what they want to say, they can say that on somebody else's channel, right? If they say it on your channel, you have the power to remove it. That's why YouTube gives you a moderation option in the first place. You know, if they want to fucking go out in the public and shout about it, sure, they can go and fucking do that. You know, nobody can just mute them, right? So like, we have these options as creators. So like, not a big fan when creators say that, because you're just gonna let people just go and be like, oh, they're just saying what they want to say, you know, it's totally okay. I mean, it kind of goes for that for like people on Patreon as well. If they're being rude to other people and they're not making exactly a nice place for other people to stay on like even a paid platform, you know, like sure, they may have been paying you for a very long time, but like sometimes you just gotta get rid of them if they're causing too much fucking trouble, because at some point it's just kind of like, are they really worth that much trouble just because they're paying you $5 a month? Or some people might even be paying you $20 a month and they're causing a fucking ruckus. Okay. All right, I got lost in the sauce. What was I going on to talk about? The series as a whole. Okay, yeah, like episode 5. When I thought about that in retrospect, I'm kind of okay. I'm fine with it. If I were to rewatch the series and I go through episode 5 again, I think I'd understand and I'd feel better about that. The whole episode about Sakura, I still feel very muddled about that episode. I think that some of the strongest episodes are the one that focuses on Fu and the one that focuses on Ichiko. And like really hits you in like an emotional sore spot, and I really, those were some of my favorite episodes, and I very much enjoy Masaki's story as well, right? She is the main character and all that, which interestingly enough, we don't really get a lot of Lives' backstory. We did get it here with like her finding out that she and Masaki has met before, and like that's just very basic, but Live as a character grows with Masaki, so I'm fine with that on that standpoint. And honestly, if that was where we were going, I kind of wish that they didn't give us the backstory that she and Masaki has met before. But it does answer the question on why Live finds Masaki's blood to be so delicious. And it also answers why Live has a dream of Masaki, who is of age, and offering her nape to her. but you know, sometimes I feel like you might not, those type of questions, I would have been fine if you just left it open-ended, you know, instead of having to close this up and tighten the knot out here. But yeah, Masaki's story and all that, I really enjoyed it. But I do feel like this whole pranking thing, I don't know, like, does it really solve anything in particular? Because, again, Masaki's not being her allegation. Just gave her, and it was on live stream too, so like, literally, they now have pictures and video evidence of you punching women. like how are you guys gonna fucking continue on with this fucking thing? Like, of course, in the end, Masaki realizes, oh, these people are just trolls, you know, maybe I shouldn't be taking these comments too seriously, and of course, this is what I want to do. I want to do it because I want people to accept me, and it's you know, understandable. That's a lot of reasons why creators want to do it. You know, I mean, one of the reasons why I make these videos is because I got a fucking opinions and I just want to fucking ramble it to y'all, to the people who want to listen to it anyways. You know, I appreciate you. That's one of the big reasons why I make YouTube videos and all that. You know, I find it very fun in the process, and I'm just very, very in tune with like the YouTube spaces and all that. Like with the whole prank and stuff, like I guess that basically gets Masaki's initial fear to get on camera, despite all the trolls and the haters and whatnot. But again, it still doesn't really help curbing them down at all. Instead, you're just giving them more ammunition, and it's just. I mean, obviously, maybe you're also giving ammunition to the people who like you as well, but I still feel like you're giving them a lot of ammunition, the haters and the trolls, a lot of ammunition. And you know, all I want is just for them to just ban Lonely Audio Girl. Just get her the fuck out of here. Just ban the fucking trolls. It won't solve everything, but it certainly will help. Again, cultivate your channel. I need to stop talking about this. So there was this thing that kind of clicked in my head before I started watching this episode, and it was the fan service that kind of that we have in this anime with it particularly comes from Live and Tokage, and primarily Tokage, I feel like. And I you know, I'm totally, it's whatever, you know, you want to get fan service or something, totally cool. But very interestingly, Ichiko and Fu, who are like the kids of the group, it feels like, they're the ones who don't really get fan service, if ever, right? I mean, I know that there's like the whole bath scene and stuff, but like, it's Japan, they take public baths. That's just how it kind of works. But even when Ichigo's in the bath, you kind of just only see her on her shoulders, right? Above her shoulders, and like that's pretty much it. And when you see the outfit that Ichiko and Fu wears, right? Live, you know, there's like some cuts and not. I will say, when it comes to the clothes design and everything, I really enjoy it. Even live, like you can still see. You can still see, like, at certain angles, like, her boobs and certain things, right? And so, like, oh, I guess, like, that's totally fine. Tokage, I mean, she dresses the way that she wants, and that's totally fine with me. But, like, Ichigo and Fu, they are, like, almost dressed to the T. Like, Fu has, like, a full-on jumper suit, it feels like. Well, actually, she has, like, an overalls, I think. But, like, that just covers her entire body. And the same thing kind of goes for Ichiko, although it's a little bit more kind of like a frilly maid-ish outfit, kind of. But it's like, you know, the both of them aren't dressed in, like, a sexual way. That's I would say, you know, unlike Tokage. But again, you know, Tokage, that's what she wants to dress. That's totally fine. She doesn't seem to give a shit anyways, right? Just like how she doesn't give a shit about, like, fucking hater comments and all that. She's lived long enough. She doesn't care. And obviously, Yuki is dressed very pompously. She dresses like an ojo-sama, but then even then, she still has, like, that slit on her skirt that kind of gives you that, like, sexy angle. So, I appreciate that Ichiko and Fu don't particularly partake in the whole fan service bits, but they still, of course, make joke about Ichiko being too young, despite her being 110 years old, you know, but like she still acts like a child. And then when we had that whole bath scene thing, Masaki talks about how like she'll just put a strawberry over Ichiko because they don't want the Mayo, she doesn't want the Mayopan channel to get fucking deleted. So like they still make those jokes, and I think that's like, you know, it's a little funny here and there. And Ichiko, you know, like that old man coming up to Ichiko and just like, oh, little girl, are you sure you should be here at this pachinko place? So, and then again with Sakura as well, right? Like, oh, you're older than me? I didn't know that. So yeah, they still continue with that joke, but like they don't really go towards like the sexual route for it. So I appreciate that on Mayopan's part. So good shit, dude, good shit. The music of this show absolute fucking bangers, dude. Absolute fucking bangers. Like, I love Yuki's theme song, like with like the fucking EDM and classical instruments. Oh, it's so fucking good, dude. And then the music that they used for this last episode with when Masaki's like running away from live. That was such a fucking good, that was such a good fucking beat. I mean, the opening is such a good fucking song. I absolutely love it. The ending, I mean, most of it is just kind of talking, but I think it's still good if you like chill type of songs and such. So overall, the music absolutely fucking blasted, dude. I absolutely love it. The whole overall art style and like the coloring of the show, very bright, very enjoyable. You can see that in the Banpai Manor, and how the Banpai Manor seems to have like certain areas where it's very it's like very colorful, kind of like it's like an Ichiko spot, you know, like it's like the place where kids would play. But I would presume it's kind of like an Ichiko spot. But yeah, overall, I love the design. I've already talked about like the clothing design. I really enjoy Live and Masaki's hood and how it just turns into something else when you take it off. It's very nice. Again, transformative. Overall, I just love the art direction and the music of this show. I feel like there's a lot of love put into this, and you can kind of see it when you go onto the Kadokawa channel and you see all these fucking live streams that they continuously do about Mayonaka Punch. I wish there were subtitles about those. And I wish I know what the fuck they were talking about, because, you know, I would enjoy being able to watch them, seeing like what their thoughts about all these about like these episodes that were coming out and all that. But unfortunately, you know, I don't speak anime. My favorite character, undeniably, is Yuki. Can't beat the tsundere, unfortunately. But I do wish that we had more of her. But this whole series is more focused on Masaki and Live, and that's understandable. And like the episode where we did get a focus on Yuki, oh dude, you really get to see her Ojo-sama, her tsundere Ojo-sama really fucking shine, and I just absolutely love it. But the runner-up that I really enjoy is Tokage. You know, I definitely really enjoy Tokage as like the series continued, and just her like I don't give a fuck attitude. Very, very fun. I do enjoy Otomin and Kika and their relationship with Masaki, where, you know, it really does feel like, as we've learned during like one of the middle episodes, on why Otomin and Kika voted to kick Masaki out of the channel in the first place, right? Because Masaki gets so much into the numbers game, she starts blaming people, she starts telling people you need to do this more and more, and right, that got Live, Tokage, you know, that got them pissed off and everything. And so, like, in those moments, you can understand why Otomin and Kika told Masaki to get the fuck out of here, and also Masaki fucking punching Otomin. And I like that now that they were gone, right? Masaki continues to think about Otomin and Kika, even if she was initially started these channels out of spite in order to get 1 million subscribers before they do. She still thinks about the good times that they had together, and I would presume Otomin and Kika probably would have thought about that as well, because now that they're away from each other, now that they're not fucking fighting with one another again, right? They start thinking about the good times that they've had, and hopefully those good times, it feels like, overweighs the bad times that they've had. Time might not heal all wounds, but it certainly heals a lot of wounds. And for Masaki and Otomin and Kika, I enjoyed that when they saw each other again, you know, they didn't start any beef with one another. They just asked, like, how you guys have been doing, what are you, you know, what's your channel, like, oh, you're starting a new channel, right? And they went drinking again, and so I really enjoy that, because you know, I am a firm believer of time heals not all wounds, but heals a lot of wounds. So I really appreciate that storyline with Masaki and the hyped up sis. I certainly have to rewatch this series again, you know, knowing everything that I know now. But unfortunately, you know, again, with like the episode with Sakura, and then this ending that we had, this prank ending, I would say that I still very much prefer Buddy Daddies over Mayonaka Punch. I think that's oh yeah, and somebody who wondered if there was going to be Yuri by the end of this. No, of course not. They're only gonna dangle it in front of you. They're never gonna actually. They're never actually gonna fucking give it to you. You cannot go in and hope that there is gonna be actual Yuri unless it actually comes from a Yuri source. Especially if like it was an original. Don't even try, dude. Don't even try. I mean, I suppose it kind of is for The Witch from Mercury, I suppose, you know. But, you know, there was also that backtracking from the from I can't remember if it was the publisher or not. So, but overall, I feel like Buddy Daddies as a whole package is better than Mayopan. But honestly, I feel like I have to watch Buddy Daddies and Mayonaka Punch again, maybe like side to side, not at the same time, but you know, watch Buddy Daddies first and then watch Mayonaka Punch afterwards. But the reason why Buddy Daddies work a lot more is, at least for me, is because the story is very simple and it's literally about family, right? Found family, and like I just love that shit. So like, I'm sorry, like Mayonaka Punch, even though it's about like the whole YouTube stuff and I really enjoy it, it seems like family has won overall for me. But again, this last episode, the fact that it's a prank does such a big bitter damage for me that I just have to rewatch this and then recuperate afterwards, you know, and try to think about like watching this. I mean, I feel like watching it again in retrospect and knowing that this was all a prank, you can be like, oh, haha. I mean, they literally explain to you how all this prank worked and stuff, right? Oh, so that's the plumber guy's van. That's, you know, it was Fu who was chasing them and whatnot. So, yeah, you know, watching it from retrospect, maybe you can be like that and be like, haha, and all that, but I don't know, but yeah, I don't know what else I was gonna say, but I do realize I've been talking about this for an hour now, so, yeesh, my god, yeesh. Big oops. But if I have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. I appreciate you for being here. If you've watched this you've watched this whole series with me. And I hope to see you guys when I see you guys.